Well, it's certainly been a while since I've recorded a video on Railroads Online. Now we've got snow on the ground. What's up, guys? Shadow Steel here, and welcome back to Railroads Online. So I have essentially gotten everything sorted here in the coal mines. We're going to go back to the dredger, but as you can see, I had to bring up the snowplow. Or one of my snowplows. I have a few snowplows on my railroad already, but this was one of them. I brought it over because, as you can see, there's snow on the ground and the train is pretty much buried under the snow. So we are going to be running with a snowplow on the front end and take the train down to the dredger. And we're going to take the long way around rather than the short way. So everything's good here. Set the reverser forward, release the brakes, turn on the dynamo. Get her moving. There goes the cars. Whoops! What the fuck? Okay, well, our tender has unhooked somehow. Well, that's good to know. Well, that's... At least I saw that. Back it up. Get back in the tender. Clunk. Alright, let's make sure this is hooked in. Try again. Come on. Oh, right, the brakes are tight on the lead locomotive there, aren't they? Whoop, oh, oh. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me check something here. I shouldn't have handbrakes tied on this locomotive here. But is it set to forward? No, it's set to neutral for some weird reason. And, brakes are on. We'll turn that off. And, everything should be good to go. Hopefully. Should be good. Alright. Attempt number 2. Go. There they go. Now they're moving. Yeah, we got 22 cars behind us, not including the snowplow. So, hopefully we can get things moving here. But yeah, we're going to be taking the long way around. So we're here at the coal mine. This is just a terminal, basically, essentially. Just a loop and a terminal. We're going to go all the way down here. We're going to go north into, well, technically south. But, yeah, so we're going to go through here and go along this way. We're going to go drop off. We're going to go this way, and then we're going to go essentially to the sawmill down here, where we actually have a train sitting there already. That's interesting. I should pick up some lumber there. And then what we'll do, go up this way. And take this route. Yeah, basically the long way home, essentially. Alright, here we go. Just for the clarification, it is 6 in the morning in-game, and a little after 6 in the evening at night, in real life, so kind of a 12-hour thing. Yeah, we're trying not to go too fast so we can clear the tracks as well. Clear it. Off we go. Now we're moving. Now we can go ahead over here and just double check on the tracks. You can see the train all the way over there too. Track did not clear over there properly. Well, that's probably why. I'm a little fast now. Alright, well, now that we're moving, got the snowplow coming. Whee! It's gonna take. We're just gonna keep plowing snow here. Let's have the rag open just a tad so we can get out of here. Apply brakes. There we go. Now that we're moving, let's keep things moving here. It's not going to clear the tracks very well when we're at this much speed, but that's fine. What we need to do is make sure we weigh down the cars at the rear end there. Or, well, not weigh them down, but you know what I mean. We're going to be taking the train over to the sawmill, pick up some cars, and then make our way back to the other end of the line. Poof! Whoopsie. Clear the tracks. We gotta do some work here. We should be good though. Alright, so our brake pressure, I did at 14. I did a run with this on its own, so it'll be okay. There we go. Alright. So, now that we're on our way here, we've got a little bit to work on. So it's kind of funny, it's kind of crazy. I worked on, last time I did a video in Railroads Online was on October 18th. Last time I recorded the video was on October 15th. And Lord knows I have not played this game in so long that I've actually forgotten some of the key commands. We have 4 cars back there, good. But yeah, I've forgotten so, like, I've had a bit of a, like, what am I doing here type thing? Trying to figure out what I'm doing. And, it's one of those things where it definitely is a situation where I really do need to work on, finishing up this part of, like, this particular map. Because, I had the original plan. I can get back on the train here. The original plan for this map. Let's open up the throttle a bit more. Get the lead locomotive running at full throttle, full tilt. But the original plan was to deliver gold to the Railway Express Agency, and then from there we would end the video series because that would be the end game of this particular map. And then we would go on to Mesa Plains. Well, it's been, God, how many years now at this point for this game, for this particular map? And I have still not even gotten close to where I want to be in terms of the amount of progress I've made in terms of like just making sure we actually have a good amount of gold on hand. Alright, we're slowing down here. We've got to keep an eye on the tracks over there. Trains over there. Should be good. Alright. So, we've got quite a ways to go before we hit the sawmill. I almost want to drop off some cars before we go. I think we'll keep our train. We might need bigger power, though, to get over the hill on the one side over there. We might need a rescue. Depends, really. Okay. Going around the corner here. We're getting to the bridge over there. So, let me just take a look over here if I can get up here. Yeah, there's the lake down there. Dredger should be on the corner. Ah, fuck. The dredger should be on the corner there. There it is. Barely see it. Open up the throttle again. Kind of slowing down too much. Alright, open it up. Get you opened up as well. Alright. We should be good there. About 50. Woo! Boink. Can't see anything in front of the train there. Now, in a way, I could just back around and then just drop off everything. Back around and back everything into the tracks there, but we should be fine this way. Okay. Alright, here we come. Woo! Nope, shit. Oh, I'm on the snowplow now. I see past the snow, please. Can't see anything. It's still dark. I didn't think it was going to be that dark. Okay. Well, no matter. It seems like he's slowing down. Lead locomotive's not doing a lot of lead locomotive's doing most of the work, and you've got about 50% of your throttle going. Woo! Alright, hold this cool. Oh, that's the crossover to the two-track main here. Okay. Yeah, he's got his headlight on still. Hang on. Oh, there he is. There's the other train. You can see it coming around the corner now. Is it Z? No. X? No. C. No. There's no crouch button, is there? Here it comes. The two just blasting away there. Let us know. Let us know. Just bury the other locomotive in snow there. Well, let's see the train coming through. Yeah, you can see how many cars we've got behind us. Not too many, but enough where it's like a weighted contest. There we go. That's not a bad shot, honestly. I'll use that maybe as an end card or something. Woo! There we go. Oh, no, how did I do that? Fuck off! Now we gotta go down to the town here. Make sure we're not lined into the yard. Yeah, we're not lined into the yard. Got it. The flying controls in this game are always so weird. They're always so strange. Alright, let's go over here. Up, get down. Close to the tracks, I guess. There we go. Maybe back up just a tad so you see it. Yeah, there it is. I get a good angle here. It's not easy to do. You see the locomotive? There they are. You can see them. They're coming. It's actually kind of a cool shot here. I do like this. You can see the snow plowing. Alright, next shot. Just plow the snow off the tracks. There we go. That's a good shot. Another possible end card here. Okay. And the tree has no snow on it whatsoever. That's funny. Clear. Clear. Goes up the hill there. Whoop. Alright, he's moving up the hill. We can get another shot. We're going to do some rail fanning here, guys. Some minor rail fanning, but some rail fanning nonetheless. We get a shot from probably farther away from... Or maybe here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, maybe here. I don't know. I gotta turn that off too. You can see him up the hill there. I think we're a little too close to the tracks, but we'll give it a shot. Zooming around the corner. Whee! Why do I get the feeling I sent it down the tracks way too fast? Okay. Here she comes. Aaron's coming. There's plowing snow. Oh, there's no way I can get a good screenshot from this shot. Oh, God! Feels like that clip from the Plow Extras from Greg Scholl, where the guy gets hit in the face with a bunch of snow as the train's going past. That's a cool shot, though. I will admit. Train's rolling by. Whee! Sun's coming up, too. You can tell. It's like a little after 7. In fact... yes, 7:50. So it's about 8 in the morning here in game. Okay, fair enough. Where'd the train go? There it is. Get it. Go catch it. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Back in the cab. Roll off. I'm just gonna let the thing coast its way down the hill. We're actually only halfway empty with coal here. Are we slowing down? A little bit. Let me fix up the field of view here. You can't see anything like this. There we go. 90. Okay, we're good. Got a lot of weight behind us, but we're getting there. Wait, what does the mines need? The gold mine need? Because we could probably drop off some cars over there too. You're good. What do you need, sir? You're way down there. What do you need here? You need beams. You need beams and rails, of course. Interesting. I think... let me see here. Another gold mine up here. I don't know if I've dropped anything off of the gold mine up there. No, I dropped off nothing over there. There's no coal, no beams, no nothing over there. The only thing that's over there is tools, actually, interestingly enough. Push comes to shove, quite literally, we will take a coal train over there and drop off some coal over there, as well as some beams and rails. Shouldn't be too bad off, though. Okay, well, alright, we're coming down the hill pretty nicely here. Let me go put some coal in the fire. Coal in the hole, please. Woo! Woo! Alright, that's filled. Good. Don't fall off the locomotive here, so. 27. Well, let's get the locomotive over at the sawmill ready to go here, because that one needs to be head back to the logging camp. I think it's split up between I think there's actually two cuts of cars up there, so we need to split one up and send that up to the one lumber camp and the logging camp, and the other one needs to go to the other one. So let's see here. Because I think it's split up between two cuts of cars here. I think there's supposed to be 16 on one cut, and maybe, I don't know. Can't see anything. Oh, there you go. Okay. Toss it in. We need to just go through a run and drop off coal at various tipples. I have a couple of them that are just like virtually empty. There you go. So you're firing up here. And then let's see. You're on the wrong track there. Well, maybe not. I can just send up the logs up to the other camp. Okay. He's lined up correctly through there. Where is he actually? Oh, it's like, there he is. Coming down the lower portion of the line there too already. So that's good. Yeah, we'll wait till he builds up boiler pressure. I think half of these are supposed to go to one of the other logging camps, but oh well. Whee! This is going to be interesting though, because it's the amount of tonnage on our train is pretty heavy. So it pushes again. Like I said, I can get some extra help if we need it. So hopefully we won't need it. Where are they? No, they're out here. Getting away from the tracks too much. There they are. Going quite well down the hill. Whoop. Alright, back in. Alright. Let's move along quite nicely, I might add. And open up the throttle. Keep moving. Still got a long ways to go before we reach the logging camp, but we need to make sure we get some speed up to get out of the hill here. There's a hill here we need to go over, and then proceed to go back down it just to go into the logging camp here. So, or the sawmill, that is. Make sure we're lined in correctly through. There we go. That will do. And then we're lined out all the way out this way. Hello, wait, hang on. No, that's correct. And you can see you're slowing down, get the brakes off. Blow the whistle. sounding the whistle to make a stop at the next station stop, which is essentially the sawmill. The question is, can I make it up the hill with this tonnage on behind us? Whee! Around the curve you go. Whee! Corner. These curves will definitely bite us, just like in that's one of the few things in this game that actually does kind of have some effect here. It's the curvature and like how much the curves will bite you as the train climbs up the hill. It's actually kind of funny. I didn't know that the games did that. Like there's like both this and Railroader does that. I'm like, that's actually a thing. Just very surprising to see that now. Oh, goddamn. Alright. Exciting there. We made it up the hill. That's good. Now we've got to reduce the rag. And yeah, you're all the way up the hill here, so we're good there. Alright, shut her down. We should be coasting to here. Gonna save fuel. Oh, we ran out of water in the tender in the lead locomotive here. I just noticed that it's kind of low on water. And we're lined in that way. I want to keep plowing snow as well. Alright, slow down. The Ys I built here is just like a little absurd, but that's fine. Alright, shut the throttle, brakes off. Come in here a little bit. Okay. Belt. You can see the other locomotive in the background there. Beams, so we'll pick up some beams, which are the lightest cargo on the train. Okay, go back over here. What cars do I have to drop off? Mostly coal and okay, we got a lot we can drop off. In the main city, but we're gonna try and make a fully loaded consist here. Because everything is loaded up right now, aside from these flat cars at the rear end. Speaking of which, I need to get the rest of the stake flats out from the gold mine, because I think most of them are up there, up in the northern gold mines. There goes the train over there. Easy does it. Easy. Alright, release the brakes. The locomotive's over there. Ease the brakes. Release the brakes. Ease the brakes. And slam. There you go. We're stopped. Load her up. Load is spacebar, right? Yeah, there it goes. Like I said, I haven't played this game for a long time, and I don't know the commands anymore. Should look up my own guide video, honestly. There you go. Don't worry about that. Right into the mic, too. That is hilarious. That's definitely gotten picked up there. That's my Dexcom. I think I've mentioned this before in a few other videos, but I am a type 1 diabetic. Or I'm a diabetic in general. And yeah, that is something that has popped up every now, like that. The Dexcom, which is what that was, has actually just alerted me that I have a high blood sugar, which is anything over 200 for me. It's different from person to person, so never take anything like always go to a doctor for stuff like this. So you don't want to be like randomly diagnosing yourself. So what the fuck? Where are you going? Rolling away. Yeah, I have so much weight behind the consist that it's actually like picked up the cars and dropped them off. Okay, so it's loaded that car. Can it load the other one? Just load the other one, please. You're in the zone there. It should load it. There we go. Got it. So it's loaded. Got it. I knew it was going to load that one. Alright, release the brakes. Go back to the lead. Look. Oh, fuck. There's a car back here. I didn't think there was a car back there. I thought there was only 4 of these. Oh, there's 5. Alright, get moving. At least, just don't open the throttle too much. There's a little slack action with this game. Right, brakes. Alright, that should be the last car. I do wonder how heavy this train is now. Because every single car in this train is loaded. Alright. Alright. So that is done. Alright, so where are we going to... So we need to climb this 3% grade all the way up to the smelters, which is right over here. Or the ironworks over here. But we're not going to be going directly to the ironworks. We're going to be going directly... Wait, are we on the right track here? We might have to cross over just before that. The outer edges there. Can we cross over from there? Yes, we can. Okay, we can cross over from here. Alright, there we go. We're lined up through there. We're lined up through there. We're good. And then hopefully we can make it up the grade there with this tonnage, but I have no hope. Because Lord knows that is going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Well, like I said, nothing ventured, nothing... Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's go. Pull it! Alright, off we go. I could technically put just embankments over here and just leave that as a flooded pond. I guess. I might do that actually now I think about it. There's no point in this little bridge here. Doesn't do you much good. Alright, we are out of the lumberyard. Sawmill. I can't talk. Alright. Now let's see what we can do. That's the 3% grade, 2.5 to 3% grade up ahead of us. And they've got a fully loaded train. And I think the contest I had that's directly behind us was weighing us down on the way up to the coal mine to the point where we needed to get help. So Lord knows what we're going to have to do with this train. Because I think the grade out to the coal mine is actually a lot steeper than this. I think it gets to a 4% at points. So we'll take a look at what we're going to have here. And we got a snowplow in front of us, so that's going to weigh us down a little bit too. Not by much. And you got the curves, which the curves are going to bite us too. Oh, I didn't fill that in. I need to fill that in. Alright, here we go. Alright, what are we doing? We're full regging it, that's for sure. Whee! Speaking of S-bend, here it is, that's S-bend right here. I want to get a good shot of this. goes past the tracks here. This. Back to this. Whee! Oh, you can already hear it just struggling on the way up. You can already hear it struggling. It is on the 2% grade and it's like struggling. There we go. Got one. You can just see it. It is not happy. Whipping around ourselves a few times to get up here. Alright. Yeah, this is where the 3% is. So this is the steepest one in the line. And yeah, it's getting ready to stall. I didn't have high hopes for this. Get the zoom in here. I wish this was an easier command here, honestly. There we go. Well, let's see if it... I mean, even if it stalls, it stalls. Oh, there's the log car. We stall... do we seriously stall right next to this? I didn't know we were rushing iron on here. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't have high hopes to get this thing over the hill. Yeah, it's like a 3% grade here. And as soon as the train stops, my frame rate jumps back up. That's funny. It's being held in place just with the throttle alone, too. That's interesting. Whoop, bonk. Alright, so, with that done, I'm going to blow the whistle. Alright, and then this is what we're going to do. Apply brakes on the lead locomotive here. Tie the brakes down on you. That train doesn't get rolled away. Apply brakes on you. Apply brakes on you. Shut the throttle off on the rear locomotive here. That should start making us roll a bit. Guess not. Okay. We're not that steep, but we're steep enough. I'm going to tie the brakes down on the two gold ore hoppers. And then, oh shit. And let me get up here. There we go. 2 cars tied down. And then the lead locomotive needs its throttle turned off here. So we're going to shut that off. There we go. We're rolling just a tad. I knew we were going to roll. Alright, well, let's get a couple more brakes tied because we're rolling just enough where I'm a little concerned about that. Alright, so brakes tied down. Tie down 5 cars on the train here. 5 cars. Alright, 5 cars tied down. Plus the tenders and the locomotive, so should be good. Ugh. The one good thing about this game is that there's no wheel slip. So that's not simulated there. It's also kind of funny that we stalled right next to this car. Oh, this is one of our own cars, eh? Okay. What, do I just... Not sure, but we're kind of stuck here. We're snowed in. Well, not really snowed in. That doesn't have a physics thing in it either. But yeah, it looks like, that's all she wrote for this one. So, like and comment down below. Subscribe if you guys want more. And I will see you guys in the next video when I get some help to get up this hill. Take care.